Hey, Survivor fans, this is Chad Kincaid with your Episode 1 Survivor Caramoan episode review, video blog, whatever you want to call it. First of all, I thought it was a very exciting season opener. Lots of drama, lots of action. Very good opener. Unfortunately, CBS cut some time off of it. I don't know why. Instead of a 2-hour premiere, it was only 90 minutes, which I don't get. They probably cut out a lot of good stuff. Before I get into the review, there's a lot of special shout-outs I have to do. First and foremost, I want to thank Amy Duncan Tidwell, one of my good friends on Facebook. She sent me this. This is Denise's autograph from Survivor Philippines. She was the winner. I want to thank Amy for sending this to me and Denise for signing it. And notice the little message there. Very cool thing. Also, today's my birthday. I want to thank all my friends for sending me the kind comments on Facebook and Twitter. I must have gotten like over 100 birthday wishes already, and it's not even, the day's not even over yet. I have so many awesome friends and family, and it's just such a blessing. Like a year ago, I was the most how should I put this, negative person, and that's not me. I turned my life around this past year. I realized that you can't live life a negative way. You gotta live it positive, and I'm trying my best. I felt like I'd done a good job, and it was not me basically, and I want to thank everybody who supported me, loves me, and had my back basically. The third one is I had the utmost pleasure of meeting a contestant from this upcoming season. It's Matt Bischoff from Cincinnati. He was an awesome guy. I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous meeting him at first because, as everybody knows, I love Survivor. And meeting my first contestant, I was nervous as hell, but very likable guy, very funny guy, and within the first few minutes of talking to him, you realize he's very laid back and conservative, and he's just like the rest of us. Very cool guy, very easy to get along with, and his band rocked. His wife was cool. So it was a great night. Like I said, it was my first Survivor contestant I met. He's from my hometown, and Team Beard, I'm also growing this beard in support of him. And I never rocked a beard before, so it's a very cool, surreal moment meeting him. So I'm Team Beard all the way, along with Don. Who else am I rooting for? Andrea and Eric. Mostly Cochran and Phillip. There's so many awesome people this season to root for. So let me get on with the review. Starts off with the fans coming in and their confessionals. Like Matt says, it was a surreal moment getting on the island. Then they have the favorites flying overhead in helicopters, and they land right next to the fans, and the fans are covered from the helicopters. And then they introduce each favorite that's coming in. A couple things I've noticed, like as predicted, a lot of the fans didn't know who Malcolm was. And another thing, if nobody caught this probably, last Fans versus Favorites, they gave confessionals of what some of the fans thought and how excited they were. They did not do that this year. I kind of wish they did. So it was kind of cool. They automatically throw them into a water reward challenge, and it was intense. Excuse me. It was very, very intense. It was an awesome reward challenge just right off the get-go. The favorites won that one. They won Flint, and then they won 20 pounds of beans. So, and then they go back to the tribes. There's a little tiff between Shamar and Matt about what they should build first, a shelter or fire. Shamar's like, we don't need shelter right away. Shamar was being kind of a jerk to Matt, and my thought was that's kind of a jerk move. They should have just split up one build fire, one build shelter. They're both very important, obviously. Let's see, what else? There's some already showmances going on, Allie and Reynolds. Another thing about Reynolds was he's also originally from Cincinnati. Obviously, he's from California now. I think he went to Sycamore High School or something like that. So that was kind of cool to find out. See what else? There's a lot of alliances going on with the Fans Tribe. Something else that I didn't write notes. I watched the show several times. I usually write notes. And I think that's probably kind of annoying to you people because I'm always glancing down on this. I'm trying to go on memory here. Let's see. They go back to the favorites, and poor Cochran gets so sunburned it was ridiculous. Being a fellow ginger, I know kind of what that's like. It's like, I try to avoid being lobster-sized. It's very difficult for Redhead, and the poor guy. I know what he's going through. Let's see what else. Philip and Francesca tried to reunite, and Philip's not having it. Immunity challenge, very, very close. It was a tower. They had to run up a tower, throw crates of sandbags, and it basically was kind of like cornhole. You throw the sandbags into the thing, not cornhole, but it's like they had a platform with 6 squares you had to throw the sandbags in. Very, very close. Came down to Malcolm, and the Fans fell a little bit behind, but they caught back up, and Reynolds and Malcolm were throwing the sandbags, and eventually the Fans came out. Reynolds in his past life must have been a cornhole champion or something because he nailed it. With that being said, the Fans, or not the Fans. Oh, I wanted to point out something else too. During the immunity challenge, I don't know if anybody else caught this. Jeff kind of blipped. He's called the favorites heroes. I don't know if anybody else caught it. If you have it recorded on your DVR, watch it. And he kind of messed up and calls them heroes. So I don't know if anybody else caught it, but obviously the favorites are going to tribal. Everybody's scrambling. It's between, I think everybody was targeting Andrea and Francesca. Eventually, in a twist of Survivor irony, which I thought was ironic, Francesca got first boot again. Andrea got some votes too. So Survivor history was made. Towards the end, Francesca's like, I gotta go first boot again. And then they show a preview of next week's episode. They show Brandon going crazy, and from what I hear, it's really bad. That's all I know. So I'm not really looking forward to that. I just, I felt sorry for the kid and everything, but from what I hear, it's really, really, really bad, and I'm just like... So, with that being said, and there's, after the very first episode, you know how ugly it kind of got with the last season? People being ugly on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. After the very first episode, things are already starting to look ugly. And here's why I say the people that haven't been chosen or wants to bash people or are bitter, well, stop acting like children. I mean, just get over it, whatever. Just, as fans of the show, we really don't like seeing that crap. I mean, it makes you look immature and childish. So, and if that's an indication, this season's going to be very dramatic, and so far it's exciting. It was an awesome show. It was an awesome opener. I'll say that, and I want to say thanks to Matt. Matt rocks. I mean, as very first contestant I met, so I hope to meet many more. So, next week I'll catch you guys, and, thanks for all the love and support. Peace, love, and chicken grease.